Staying in your comfort zone feels safe. It feels responsible. It feels like the sensible thing to do. But I want to show you today what staying safe actually costs you. Because the price of playing small isn't zero, it's enormous, and most people are paying it without ever seeing the bill. Hi, my name is Suzette. I'm a personal transformation and mindset coach. This is the conversation that most people in personal transformation will not have with you directly, not because it's harsh, but because it requires you to sit with an uncomfortable truth. The truth that the life that you're living has a cost. Let's talk about what that cost actually is. Your comfort zone is not safe. I need you to hear this clearly. It feels safe, it is familiar, it is predictable, but it is not safe. Because inside a comfort zone that is too small for who you are becoming, things are quietly dying. Your confidence erodes every time you choose the smaller option, just a little each time. A small internal signal says, I didn't back myself. And over time, that accumulates to a deeply held belief that you are someone who doesn't back themselves. That belief then makes the next small choice even more justified, and the cycle tightens. Your potential atrophies. Your skills that you don't use diminish. Opportunities that you don't take won't wait. They go to the next person who says yes. The version of you that could have existed had you made a different choice moves further and further away from the version that actually exists. Your resentment grows. This is what most people don't admit to themselves. When you consistently choose safety over growth, you start feeling low grade resentment at your circumstances, at people who seem to be moving, at the world for not giving you what you want. But the source of that resentment is almost never the circumstances. It's the accumulated weight of choices you wish you had made differently. Let me make this concrete. When you choose a comfort zone over the growth edge, you are making a trade. Most people make this trade unconsciously. So let me make it conscious. You are trading the discomfort of trying for the comfort of not having tried. Both are uncomfortable, but one of them produces growth, evidence, and momentum. The other produces stagnation and regret. They cost the same in terms of emotional difficulty, but they have completely different returns. You are trading short term anxiety for long term dissatisfaction. The anxiety of doing the new thing typically lasts minutes or hours. The dissatisfaction of not having done it will last years. These are not equivalent trades, even though in the moment they feel as if they are. You are trading who you could become for who you currently are. And who you currently are is not your ceiling, it's your starting point, the version of you that exists at your growth edge. It's categorically different from the version of you sitting in the center of your comfort zone. They have different relationships, different outcomes, different inner worlds. Every time you choose the comfort zone, you are choosing the smaller version. I'm not saying this to make you feel bad. I'm saying it because once you can see the trade clearly, the comfort zone stops feeling like a safe choice. It starts feeling like the expensive one. Here's what makes this especially important to understand. Choices compound. A single comfortable choice has almost no visible impact, but patterns of comfortable choices made consistently over months and years produces a life that looks and feels dramatically smaller than the one that you're capable of. Conversely, and this is the part that I want you to feel, a pattern of growth edge choices made consistently also compounds, not into immediate dramatic change, into a gradual expanding life, into a version of yourself who is more capable, more confident, more aligned, and not because of one big leap, but because of hundreds of small steps. James Clear wrote about this in the context of habits. A 1% improvement daily compounds into being 37 times better over a year. The reverse is also true. A 1% contraction daily compounds into being 37 times smaller. You are either expanding or contracting. This is not neutral. So, what do you do with this? Here's a practice I call Growth Edge Daily Check. Every morning, ask one question. What is one thing I could do today that would sit just outside of my comfort zone? Not catastrophically outside, just one step beyond what feels safe. And then do it, not the scary version, the slightly uncomfortable version. Send the message, have the conversation, submit the application, post that video, start the page, make the call. Small growth edge actions repeated daily are what expands a comfort zone permanently. You don't blast through walls, you move the wall gradually by consistently choosing the edge over the center. And here's the thing about edges, they move. What feels terrifying today becomes comfortable in weeks. And then the new edge appears. And then you move that one too. And slowly your life becomes unrecognizable, not because of one dramatic decision, but because of the accumulated courage of ordinary days. The cost of playing small is not just the opportunity you didn't take, it's the compound cost of every choice after that one. It's the confidence that didn't build, it's the evidence that didn't accumulate, it's the person you didn't become. That's the real price. And once you see it, it's very hard to unsee. If this landed for you and you want support in consistently choosing the growth edge, my 20-minute free breakthrough session is where we identify your specific edge and build a plan to move it. The link is in the description. In my next video, I'm going to talk about something I get asked about constantly, and that's how to build trust with yourself after you've broken promises to yourself repeatedly. If this resonates, remember to like, subscribe, and comment. I am done playing small. That way you and I can hold each other accountable to make this our best and most successful year yet.